Coming up, I die of cringe. A lot.
I don't know, conformative. You know, it feels like you have to conform in order to...
Oh my god, Pinky's really at it being like, we live in a society.
I listen to my hottest takes.
And if they do care about your art, it's mostly fan art.
Ugh.
And I flat out bully myself.
It's like, oh, whatever you like, unsuccessful, not gonna work out. But fan art, ooh, fan art.
God damn it, Pinky of the past. And why did you put the sparkle transition in there? It doesn't even work.
This is AI. How much has changed? And you're watching Pinky TV.
Well, you saw the title and maybe the thumbnail as well. But I feel like since I last did the AI video, a lot has happened since then. Like, a lot. But yeah, I just want to kind of do a mini react thing to my own video and kind of just tell you all about my new opinions about AI, you know, about Instagram, and maybe just give you a little bit of a less bitter sounding video. But yeah, anyway, if you like what you see so far, maybe you should subscribe or something, I don't know. Because even if this isn't your thing, maybe something else will be. So yeah, let's dive right into it. Hello. What are you doing? Everyone's favorite show, Pinky Reacts! Yay! It's everyone's favorite show, guys. Trust me, I am a reliable source. And today, we'll be reacting to my own video. So this video was released around 2023, I'm pretty sure. And a lot of opinions and views have changed since I last did this, so it'd be really interesting to look back at it. Let's do it! Let's press that button and get this party started.
Hi, my name is Pinky, and I draw stuff. Real about this, so I ended up making it a YouTube video instead because I'm gonna be honest, this video would take longer than 50 seconds, so if you have an attention span for goldfish, I suggest you click out of this video. I have a like-hate relationship with Instagram, and yeah.
And you know what? That's actually still how I feel. Instagram's very much a like-hate relationship for me, because sure, I am supporting the big Zuck by me continuing to use the platform, but I'm also just like, I don't know, how else am I going to connect with artists these days? And sure, there's other platforms out there, but there are so many artists that I know, like, who use Instagram as a way to get their business, in order to get their art out there. And even a lot of IRL artists that I've met use Instagram as a way to sell and get commissions, and without that, they don't have anything else. So I still have a like-hate relationship with it. But yeah, let's just continue watching this, I guess.
I mean, I want to leave Instagram personally, but I'm on the fence because, I've met so many cool people and so many cool artists, and I feel like that if I leave Instagram, then I'm leaving them forever.
That is still very much a point. The thing is that I felt like I was a little bit dramatic here about leaving everyone behind. But it's true. Once you get that following of people that you really like, by you leaving a platform that you don't really agree with anymore, you're kind of like abandoning all the other people that made your stuff cool in the first place, And yeah, I was really feeling conflicted because of all the recent AI stuff. I felt like my world had crumbled. And AI has gotten so much worse. But let's just get back into the video. I'm rambling.
And I don't like that idea. So, give me a recap, Pinky. Why exactly do you feel like you want to leave Instagram?
Yeah, Pinky, tell us.
Which basically, if you didn't watch the video, means that our Instagram will be like, hey guys, I'm gonna take some of your stuff, throw it into a machine, and vomit it right back out again. In other words, they're using whatever you post, and I'm pretty sure whatever you type into their machine learning algorithms, which is fun. We love that, don't we? Fun fact about that, I found out thanks to a YouTube video that they changed the policy, so whatever stuff you put out there, they have rights in terms of, using your stuff for their advertising. I'll put the video up, but this is the video that I'm talking about.
Instagram platform will create like a broad commercial license to use, distribute, and change the material that you create, and this includes potential use in promotional materials, which is their own, and AI training data sets. And this could compete with your work. And Mark Zuckerberg has been like that individual works of creators and users aren't worth anything, so he can just take as he pleases.
So, yeah, that's fun. Also, please subscribe to this person. I just found out about their stuff thanks to this video. But the fact that they have the rights to you, the person doing the account, to use whatever they want for their ads, and not only that, but to help build a AI thing, it's not fun. Like, I didn't sign up to Instagram so Mr. Zucky can make his evil AI. No, kidding. So, okay, I'll stop. But yeah, I also wanted to give my other reasons for why I feel the way I do about Instagram.
Ooh, it's the juicy stuff.
Apart from, the cool people, like, I don't want to leave them, and AI.
Insta robots don't give it to you.
I wanted to give other perspectives as to why I feel the way I do. First of all, I really hate Reels.
That is where the bitterness comes in.
I'm sorry. I know a lot of people really, that's how they get their following, that's how they do their thing. If you like Reels, that's cool. I'm cool with that, man, but, like, I'm gonna be real with you. I do not like Reels, personally. I've tried to avoid Reels, and when people follow you from your Reels, they don't really care about your art.
And spoiler alert, they still don't care about your art because they go, funny Mimi, and they just go on with their day. Gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of content with people not giving a crap about my art anymore. Because guess what? Spoiler alert, just because you post a thing on the internet doesn't mean you have to care about the things I do. Wow, oh my god, Pinkiedrawsstuff, like, lore? Character development? Who would have thought? Not on this channel. But, I'm sorry, Pinky of the past, but that's true. People don't give a shit about your art, and you know what? Sometimes that's okay, because, Reels suck sometimes, but I feel more indifferent to them now. It's more like, it's a thing, it exists, but I don't have to do anything. And I'm not like, ooh, woe is me anymore. So, if you don't give a shit about my art, great! If you give a shit about my art, great! So, yeah. But, let's just continue.
And if they do care about your art, it's mostly fan art.
Oh. If they do care about your fan art, it's mostly fan art. Shut the f*** up, Pinky! Listen to me, girly pop. You draw Hatsune Miku fan art in your book all the time. And yeah, no, I'm bad tonight. Why? Because you like Hatsune Miku, and that's who you want to draw. I still can't believe I said that. That is my most hottest take I have ever said in my entire existence. It's so ironic. Oh my god. Okay, you can see where I was better. Okay, it was because, oh my god, look, here is my OC art that I put time and effort into. Oh, here's a quick sketch of freaking Saiyans driving into the moon. 40 likes! That was more likes than I had ever gotten on my own freaking OC stuff. I felt like half of that was me just being better about Instagram because A, the AI policy, I felt like my world was falling apart, and B, I was very, very bitter about the fact that I put all this time and effort into my webcomic only for people not to care. But spoiler alert, people don't have to care about your art in order for it to be good. And the it's mostly fan art, me. Listen here, Pinky of the past. Sometimes people just like to draw fan art, okay? Not everyone is doing fan art for the clout. And I really wish that I could go back in time and tell myself, girl, you do realize people make art because they want to? Whoa, what a concept! I would have never figured that one out. Okay. I just can't believe. I thought that was a good idea to put on the internet. Let's just take some deep breaths. It's gonna be okay.
And it's really like, how do I put it? It feels like they really encourage you to do what's popular, you know?
It's almost like as if social media is a thing that collects data or something. And if you don't do the thing that's popular, it's like as if you don't get likes or something. Who would have thought? Okay.
Or it's like, oh, whatever you like, unsuccessful, not gonna work out. But fan art, ooh, fan art.
God damn it, Pinky of the past. And why did you put the sparkle transition in there? It doesn't even work in that context. This is real pain. Listen to me, Pinky of the past. Listen. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, girly. But if you find the right people out there, there will be people who like you for your artwork, okay? Like, sure, it does get you popular. But listen to me, man, please listen to me. You don't have to be this way. Like, oh, God. I'm dying. I feel like I am ready to self-destruct. Okay, I'm ready to self-destruct.
However, there is a few exceptions. There are
Okay,
a few
go off,
people that I
queen.
follow who really thrive from just posting about their OCs and stuff. But
I still recommend you follow Power with a zero. Parallel with a zero. Follow them. I still can't stress this enough. They're my favorite artist on Instagram, and I love them. They have so many cool OCs. Okay. But I don't think Pinky of the past understood the point of this person. They were able to build an audience with their OCs because people generally connected with the characters. And, you know, sure, they didn't have to do trends or anything, but they still dabbled in reels, you know, and eventually they found their audience. So in some ways, doing trends suck, but sometimes doing trends is good because by you doing that stuff and by you doing fan art, you get more noticed. People notice you more when you do that stuff because people go, oh man, that's really cool. And then if they find out you make OCs, they'll probably go, oh great, even better, another reason to follow this person. You know, I made mustache fan art like years ago and someone just followed me because of my mustache fan art. And you know what? They stayed because they liked the rest of my characters. I don't know if that person is still following me or not, but oh well. But yeah, like, if you do the thing you like, you know, you're gonna find the people that like the same stuff as you eventually. Or you will find a group of people who will eventually go, oh, I like this thing. You know, this thing is really cool. Oh god, I remember this. Let's just play it.
seems like do really well. And I'm not like hating on it.
I'm sorry, girl, but
It
you 100%
just feels
are.
very, I don't know, conformative. You know, it feels like you have to conform in order to
Oh my god, Pinky's really at it being like, we live in a society.
thrive on the platform. Whereas, you know, say other smaller platforms, you don't have to feel that way. Because on Instagram and maybe other social media platforms, it feels like you have to be 50 things at once. You have to be a video editor. You have to be an animator.
Pinky, go cry about it.
You know, their policy really feels like they're really giving us the bird, you know. And yeah, on another topic, we're on, you know, going back to reels.
Oh god, here we go again.
It just feels like all the challenges and the, you know, art trends, they aren't really fun.
Oh, blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Spoiler alert. When you no longer find a platform enjoyable or fun, everything's gonna feel like a chore. Who would have thought? I would have never guessed that. Gee, it's like as if by you no longer finding the platform fun and exciting anymore, you're just starting to not like doing all these things anymore. Yeah, I do kind of agree. I feel like sometimes it's like, I
feel like some people do it because, oh man, I haven't gotten like, I'm losing followers, crap, what do I do? But sometimes they just do it because the challenge is fun. Like, Pinky of the past, have you considered that sometimes people do these reels because they think it's fun? Have you considered that? Like, oh, and they just feel not so genuine. What do I mean by that? Sure, some like art challenges are generally fun, like, you know, hey, make an RC based on your birth date or something, or, you know, those are fun. It's more like the ones where they say, I don't know, like, just ones that really encourage engagement. But it's almost like as if that's the point or something, is to get engagement and to get followers. Gee, it's almost like that's the entire point or something. Or ones that say, you know, reduce your expectations to 0, and it's like a person with a bazillion followers. Well, have you ever considered this? Maybe the reason why they got those bazillion followers is because some people saw they didn't have any followers and went, oh, let's follow them. Have you, like, considered that? But I'm sure Pinky of the past has more to say. It feels like TikTok 2.0. Yep. Okay, everyone's kind of, like, don't get me wrong, yeah, it does feel like TikTok 2.0. But does that make YouTube TikTok 3.0? Because it has shorts? And I know it sounds controversial, but, like, now that everyone's kind of doing short form videos, I kind of just accepted the fact that, well, if this is the way content online is going, then so be it. You know, I'm not like too mad about it anymore. If that's what helps you grow your channel, then by all means, go for it. Okay, so that was the video. So, this video was intended to be just a reaction video about my AI video, but I stumbled across a video and it's by a creator called Gabricalandra. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, but she was talking about like how AI doesn't scare her and why it shouldn't scare you. And after watching that video, it kind of got me thinking, like, you know what? She's right. You know, like, when AI art kind of first came onto the scene, it kind of felt like the end of the world. It felt like the earth was on fire and the sky was falling. You know, that's what it felt like in the art community. And I felt a little bit doom and gloom about, you know, AI art. But you know what? She's right, man. You wanna know why? AI can never recreate that passion, soul, dedication, or drive that an experienced animator could make. Or artist, for that matter. In her video, she was mostly talking about animation, and you know what? She had a really good point at the end of her video. Or towards the end of her video anyway. And this is the part.
When she and Kim did this drawing of Hiro scratching the back of his calf with the front of his foot, that was lived experience, no AI. When Milt Call animated Madame Medusa taking off her false eyelashes and it pulled her eyelid out like that, that was lived experience, no AI. This was lived experience, lived experience, lived experience. In contrast, again, here's what AI looks like. So the AI bros are trying to convince us that AI will improve to the point where it will replace human artists. It can't.
So that's exactly what I mean. No matter what these bros are gonna say on the internet, no matter what these AI bros say, AI could never recreate the euphoria you get when you draw something and it looks exactly like it does in your head, or it would never recreate that feeling of finally finishing that comic or that story, or you will never recreate that feeling of standing back after hours and hours of painting and going, wow, I made that. Dude, I freaking made that. AI could never recreate those feelings. It can never recreate that moment. Nor will it ever replace the fellow artist. And if you like this video, well, I hate to break it to you, but I'm not going to talk about AI anymore. I am done with it.
I felt like I have mentioned everything that I wanted to say in this video. So, yeah, if you came here for more AI stuff, don't bother. I'm not going to be talking about it again anytime soon. Anyway, bye!